Welcome back to 10 Targets Detecting. My name is Camille and this is the channel where I usually try and find 10 good targets, but we're going to do something different today. I'm going to be using the MANTICORE and I'm going to show the 10 targets that if you were time poor, I just wouldn't dig. The ones that, you know what, let's assess it, let's have a look at the screen, let's listen, and why we wouldn't dig these targets and we'd leave them and, you know, see what we can learn today with the Manti. So I'm working with a 20 sensitivity. If I go too high, it starts to chatter too much. There's a bit of EMI in the area. My recovery speed is 5. And I want to say at the outset, I'm a sort of dig everything person. I'm way too curious. I want to know. I think there's lots of exceptions to rules. But if I'm absolutely time poor, I've only got 30 minutes and I want to dig some good stuff, I might consider leaving some of these things that we're about to see. Now, this one has one way. It sounds amazing to me. Hang on. Oh, I was getting a bit of a double jump. Right? So we can see there's some Pharisee stuff, and then we've got some stuff on the desirable, that 90. Sorry, my shovel. Just got rid of my shovel. And the other way is not as high, right? So we've got inconsistent target ideas. One way it's something, one way it's something else. Would you dig it? Oh, there, that. The other thing is, it's sort of saying 1 bar. Now let's see if it registers up high. A few inches up, it still registers. Clip, clop. You know, there was just here, right? Just here. The ground is so dry. Let's get in, because yeah, so I'd still dig this, but if I was super duper time poor, I'd be like, it's just not ringing well enough for me for you know, an amazing target, and we can see it's not. If you can learn anything from that, please do. Still dig everything, but if you're time poor, you may consider leaving that for those reasons that we talked about. All right, so look at this. We're close to the ground and we're saying, it was saying 1 bar, but why is it not going up high? It still registers, right? I don't like the up high still registering when it's so shallow. And when it's 1 bar, why are you not using the double decoil, right? And doing a, does everyone understand the double decoil and how that works to make that beautiful double? Right, that's so shallow. It should have been giving us an amazing, so this is some sort of bottle cap or trash, right? So, yeah. So it was a larger target, registering up high. And would you like to have dug it? It is a bit of a tag of some description with a rusty bit on the end. I'll take it home and clean it. And I still advocate to dig everything. But I'm just digging, I'm just gonna dig these things that you may want to leave. Would you keep walking or would you dig this? It is double jumping because it's shallow, right? But look, we've paid for this 2D screen. It's sort of in the desirable, but not. I would keep walking. Let's prove me wrong. Ready? Oh, the grand reveal. Oh, she's bloody tough. Ugh. See? A bolt. Keep on walking. So we have a 94. When I take my headphones off, it likes to do more than 1 bar. Would you dig that? Here's that tone. Is it both ways? It is. Right, does it register high? It starts to. I was just seeing if we thought it was a large target. So to me, it just didn't, the tones, and I listened to my tones. My tones My tones just said, don't dig that. That's what it said. What do you reckon? Would you have dug it? Oh, don't know if my camera work was there. I've moved to shady areas so I can actually get into the ground. We have some mints. So I would have probably left that if I was time poor and had a 30-minute hunt. I would have gone, nah, not good enough today. I feel like I'm being really controversial. Like, would you dig, wouldn't you? Look, that, I would usually dig that, right? It's a splodge, it's clip clop. And I'm too curious, I would dig it. Right? Could be a... I want to be proven wrong. But look at it, right? Look at that. Bleeding up to the ferrous. Let's see if it registers high. It does. If I was time poor, I honestly would keep walking. Would I have? I want to be proven wrong. I want to be proven you missed an amazing medallion. The only thing I think that possibly might be would be a 1 cent piece. Ugh. But more likely, wasting time on my only 30 minutes I've got. But prove me wrong. Be something cool. And, you know, I am a fan when I have all day. You know, this isn't a scenario of you haven't got long. I could feel it like a can. So I'm not going to dig it out, guys. It's just here. It's trash. It's a can. That's why it gave up flat. I'm not going to keep going with that. It's in here. Okay. Let's move on. Sorry, I can't get into that dry. Let's clean this up and keep going. I'm going to leave this. It's a Yucky Splodge. It's really deep in the dry. I just can't get in anyway. But the tone. Sometimes you just have to leave that clip clop when it's unachievable. Hard to see with the glare, isn't it? Hear it? Just everything. All the indicators. Sketchy, target ID jumping all over, inconsistent all the different ways. The 2D screen was showing me a Yucky Splodge. Often there's a trail when I go to pinpoint, nah, and it disappears. Not good. I'm just not going to dig it because I just literally can't get into this dry, as well as all those other reasons. Now, I know a lot of people say you got to dig this, right? But I'm telling you, if I had 30 minutes and I'm not getting a double jump on that, because the technology tells, oh, let's see if it registers really high. It registers inches off. The technology tells me my double decoil should be giving me more of a better tone. That tone says bottle cap or some other piece of crap. So that's what I think it is. Especially that shallow. The pinpointer picks it up. We dig that over and reveal yourself to be, oh, I saw it, just trash. So if I was time poor, honestly, I'd walk away from that. I do feel really controversial saying there are some things you just wouldn't dig, but if you want to be efficient and you want to find more stuff, and I find more good stuff than I find trash, because there's some things I won't dig. But also, what else was I going to say? Oh, that's right. It's like, you know, cleaning coins. Some say you do it, some say you don't. Some say dig everything. Some say be efficient, especially if you're time poor. This is something I would definitely leave. Listen, the tone. Oh, sorry, I thought I was having headphones, but no, I've actually opened it up for you. The splodge, and let's see if it's two ways. That when I walk around a target, doesn't mean so. I have found my oldest florin who's on a one-way signal, but the other way says that. I'm just going to leave it. That's what I would leave. If I was time poor and I just couldn't dig everything within that 30-minute window, this is something I'd leave. It's just too much clip clop, not enough of a good splodge, and tries to lock onto something, but just can't. And 4 bars, you have to make that call. It's not worth the dig today. I've only got 30 minutes. I'm going to be efficient. I'm going to keep going. You know what really helps? Once you start digging in a space and understanding the area a bit more, you're like, oh yeah, there's a lot of cans, there's a lot of rubbish. You start to know, depending on that site. Sounds sort of good, right, at first. Yeah, right? But it's only one way. But I gotta, right? Would you dig it? I actually would. I still would. Time pour. You know what? It's going to be a screw. Yep. Let's have a look. I think it's going to be reading my screen, reading my tones. I think it's going to be like some sort of, you know, I don't know if they're called screws or bolts or what they're called. But they are often deceptively give that bit of a high pitch, a good tone. You think yes, but it's the line on the 2D screen you start to learn. Oh, but there's so many variables. Oh, where are you? Oh, and it was very shallow too. That's the other giveaway. Jesus. Come on. What are you? You are this. Ugh. You're not a screw. But it's something that made me think, oh, what are you? Some other bit of crap. I just honestly wouldn't have done it if I was super time poor. I don't know. Dig everything, right? Dig everything and end up with a bag full of trash in 30 minutes. Okay. So guys, there you have it. I cannot dig any more of those and I need to go and do a hunt where I find some great treasure. Today I did not find too much good things because I was looking at the sketchy signals. I was focusing on what I wouldn't dig and learning from that. Maybe you could learn from that. I don't know. What do you do if you really are time poor and you literally think, I'm just going to have a swim for 30 minutes? Are you going to be selective? Because like I do, and that's how I find lots of stuff. And I just really start trusting my detector once I get to know it and spend hours on it. And your detector becomes your best friend. And the detector is only as good as the user. So you got to learn. Anyway, I appreciate you for watching this. I'd love to know what you think. I am going to go and find some good stuff and do a good hunt. Catch you next time.